We're here with Ty, Matt, George. We'll start with you.
Hey Ty, how are you?
I'm good, my man. How you doing?
Oh, well, my friend. Wanted to ask you about the fact that opponents are shooting about 65% at the rim against you guys so far this season, and people might look at that and go, "Well, that's the interior defense. The big men have got to be better there." But from a guard perspective on the perimeter, how does better perimeter defense affect that? What can you and the guards do to help relieve some of that pressure at the rim?
We just gotta be better. We know we gotta be better. It's the NBA, so guys make a lot of tough shots, but we gotta do a better job of making them miss and making them take tough shots. I feel like we've talked about guys being comfortable, and I feel like teams for the last however many games, 10 games. It's been a while that teams have just been kind of comfortable on the offensive side of the ball. So we know we got to get better. It's something that we talk about internally, and it comes with a long NBA season, lulls like this. But we got to get back to what we were doing at the start of the year, and throughout the preseason of just defending for 48 minutes a game, and just got to do a better job of bringing that defensive intensity earlier in the game. I felt like our second unit, we last game against New Orleans, we could have been a lot better. We let New Orleans come out against our second unit, and really going like they got up big on us. That's what really gave them the big lead. So we got to do a better job of when everything's not going right. Just keeping the flow and bringing energy. I always talk to you guys about our second unit and myself doing a great job of bringing energy, and we got to do a better job of that.
James Ham.
Hey Tyrese, it seems like you're having to make adjustments to the adjustments the other teams are making to you. Do you get that you're at a point where teams are starting to game plan a little bit more for you, and now you have to figure out what the next move is for yourself?
Yeah, I mean the NBA is chess. Basketball is chess at the end of the day. So, these are the best players in the world and the best coaches in the world. So, they got a lot of different schemes. Teams are throwing different things at me. I just got to do a better job and do a better job of having a counteraction for it. I've watched a lot of film over the last two games. The last two games have, probably been the worst two games of the year for me so far. So, just watching the last two games, looking at schemes and things. And, I think I'll be a lot better as time goes on. And, it just happens. I think, missing shots is one thing, but making the wrong reads is another. And I feel like I've been doing that. So, just want to get better. And if I'm going to make mistakes, I would rather than be aggressive mistakes than just bad turnovers and things like that.
And I want to ask you about De'Aaron too. De'Aaron had, his best game probably of his career in the last outing. Can you take away something from watching the way that he was so engaged on both ends of the court? And I know you've seen him have good games before. You've seen footage of him, but to watch it like live and see the amount of force and energy he played with, can you take something from that yourself?
Yeah, I mean, De'Aaron was amazing. Like you said, probably the best game of his career, but, the best game that I've seen him play so far. Locked in on both sides of the ball and really taking over when he needed to at all times. So, like I always say, he's the engine that runs this team. He's our guy. So, he's playing really well right now. And we just got to do a better job of, playing well when he's off the court and just giving him help. I mean, De'Aaron's doing a lot of good things on both sides of the ball. So, we just got to follow his lead and do the right thing. So, I mean, what I'm saying is De'Aaron does, a really good job getting to the free throw line, getting his rhythm going. Something that I, paid a lot of attention to, ask him a lot of questions. It's something that we've talked about since I got here, just how he does that at a high level. So, I definitely pay attention to everything that he does. So, I'm really excited that he's playing well now. We all got to kind of follow that lead and get back on track.
Marshall Harris.
Hey, Tyrese, probably while you were at practice, just want to let you know, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is saying that the league's been in discussion with players receiving COVID-19 vaccines to educate and influence the public regarding the safety and effectiveness. He said that several public health officials kind of operating on a state by state right now, suggested there would be a real public health benefit to getting some very high profile African Americans vaccinated to demonstrate the larger community that it's safe and effective. I just want to know your thoughts on what he had to say and if that is something that you would be okay with.
Yeah, I mean that's up to the league, and that I trust public health officials and things like that. I mean, I get the flu shot every year, so I won't have too big of a problem of getting the COVID vaccination. So whatever the league's talking about, but I do understand why there's a little bit of a drawback from some people. With everything that's happened in the history of the world with vaccinations and stuff. But it's up to the league, and me myself personally, I'm just going to listen to public health officials and and listen. And I plan on getting the vaccine. So whatever they say.
You guys have been one of the few teams not affected schedule-wise by the outbreaks that have happened across the league. How concerned have you been about that? And do you feel like it's just a matter of time if there's not vaccinations?
Yeah. I hope you knock on wood while you say that.
Yes.
Yeah. We've been very lucky. COVID doesn't spare anybody. So you never know when that could happen. It would be rough. I mean, it's been hard for the whole league, but we knew what it was coming in, that it could affect games and things like that. It's nice that it hasn't affected us yet. Knock on wood again. But just we're thankful that it hasn't affected us so far, and that we continue to come out here and compete on a nightly basis. And I think guys have made a really good point of letting it be known, like you never know what could happen tomorrow. So just enjoy every day, and treat every day like it could be your last time playing. You never know when the league could stop or when some could happen. So I think if there's anything last year taught us, and what's going on right now, is just to live every day and like it's your last, and just give it your all at all times.
All right, Sean Cunningham.
Hey, Ty. I was just wondering about, obviously being new to this team, how early on you realized that you guys would be having struggles defensively, and whether or not this kind of caught you by surprise, is how to be this bad defensively.
Yeah, through practice early in the year, and how we were looking early in the year, I thought that was kind of our identity. I mean, we're young, so we want to play fast and get out in transition. We have the fastest point guard in the NBA, so we want to get out and run. But the only way we can do that is by getting stops. And I think early in the year, that was kind of who we were. Is if we got stops, we knew we could run. And guys know that if they run with me and De'Aaron on the floor, that they're probably going to get a layup or a dunk or an open shot of some sort. So I feel like we've kind of gotten away from that. And obviously, I mean, you guys know, I don't have to talk about it too much. We know that that's what we got to do to be better. I didn't know that we were as poor as we have been until I got on Synergy or got on these advanced stats and looked at the numbers, and they've been crazy. But Rome wasn't built in one day, so it's a long year. It's going to take time. It's going to take some bumps and bruises, some bumps and bruises bigger than others. So we know where we are, but our last names are on the back of our jerseys. Guys we just got to play with some more pride. And, we've been, the practices that the little practices that we've been able to have, we've just been getting after it on the defensive side. And, we just got to do that in games to make it translate. Obviously, we know there's going to be a little bit of a drop off, but it can't be as big as it has been. But we know we got to get better, and I think we will as time goes on. But, you know how it is. It's just comes with the year. There's going to be ups and downs.
And then being as, you've obviously been outspoken on things that pertain to this country and things going on in the country. I was just wondering how in tune, I know you play tomorrow, but how much you'll be looking forward to Inauguration Day tomorrow. Will you be checking that out at all?
Big day. It's a big day. So I'm excited. But at the same time, I hope that there's not complacency throughout the country, in the sense of just because, Biden is becoming president, which is exciting. I still think that we have to stay on top of him to, ask for what we need as a country and not be complacent by any means. I mean, it's good to have, Trump out of office, but at the same time, there's other things to be done. I mean, just because he's out of office doesn't mean that everything that's been going on in the Capitol and those hate groups are just going to disappear. They're still here. So hopefully, us as a country that we approach that the right way and understand that's still out there. And it's going to be an exciting day, though. It's historic. There's not only a woman coming in to be the vice president, but an African American woman, and I think that's really exciting. And I just looked at my phone and I had a post from like 2016 when Obama went out of office, and just thanking him because he just kind of gave as an 8-year-old, he just to see an African American be the president of the United States was amazing for me. So I hope there are little girls and little kids out there who see Vice President Harris come into office, and that gives them hope and gives them the power to know that they can do anything in the world. So it's going to be an exciting time, and there's still a lot to be done.
All right, guys, this is my fault. Just so everybody knows, I was hoping to give everybody backups, questions, follow-up questions, but we're running a little late on time because we got a plane to catch. So just one question each, and we'll get through because we got another guy. So Sean got lucky. Tony Harvey.
Oh, okay, young man. It seems like you in lockstep with politics and public policy that goes on in our country. So that's really good to hear. But I do want to go back to the vaccination question. You did, word is out. You said you would take it, so the NBA might target you to be part of their promo campaign. And you coming from an area with extreme temperatures, taking a flu shot, so you pretty much understand the medical value of this, though. But at least with in the Black community, as far as the Tuskegee experiment,
Exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly,
So you're aware,
exactly
you are lockstep with these things. So and that's really a big concern in the Black community, as you know, and everybody want to be confident in taking these type of things, Ty. So just want to get your thought. Get your commentary. Have you and the rest of your teammates have been discussing these things on the outside, in the locker room, out, whatever, and what's the general consensus from you and the rest of the teammates?
Yeah, I mean, internally we talk about it. I mean, it's kind of just a part of everything that's going on. Of course, we have conversations, and guys have different feelings about it, and that's their opinion or their feeling. I mean, there are guys in the league or in the world who say they will get it, and guys in the world who say they won't. But me myself, from a young age, I've got all my vaccinations, so I don't see why I would stop now. So, but I do have an understanding now that I've kind of with everything that's been going on and some boredom and quarantine, I learned about what you're talking about with the Tuskegee study and everything, and that's a crazy situation. I do understand, how that could be scary for African Americans, and I understand that no matter who gets the vaccination, some people just don't care. They just refuse to get it, and that's okay. That's their choice. It's their body, and they get to make that decision. But me personally, I can only speak for me personally. Something that I would do.
Okay, Jason Jones.
Hey, Tyrese. You hear a lot of guys talk about with the team about communication on defense and how you guys just aren't talking the way you were earlier in the year. Just how does that happen where you go through a lull where something as basic as talking on defense can go away, and how do you get it back?
Yeah, I would say for me and just my history, or just of my experience of playing the game of basketball, like when things are going good, sometimes guys tend to stop talking because at that point it might be expected. You know what I mean? They expect somebody to know like their right defensive positions. Like they might not talk in the sense of like just the little things, you know what I'm saying? Like it could be like the littlest of things that you knew when you first started playing basketball, that you were taught as a little kid. Like you just don't talk about it anymore because you are expected to know it. But I think we just do a better job as a whole of just communicating. I had a sit down talk with Coach the other night, just of me being a better communicator, not only on the bench, but when I'm on the floor, just letting my voice be heard. I mean, obviously I'm 20 years old, I'm a rookie, but, coach does trust me, and I think the guys trust me as well. So me personally, I know I got to do a better job of communicating. And I think that it kind of just, it starts at the top and goes all the way down. So the more that I talk and the more that other guys talk, I feel like it's just going to come down. So we just got to do a better job. And I think it is something that we will do as time goes on. And, we just got to be committed to that. I mean, being a young team, if you don't talk, you see what can happen, the result of the game. So we just got to do a better job. That's all.
All right, we'll do the last one, Jason Anderson.
Hey, Ty. Something that I think you've skated by on a topic here we haven't asked you about in the past. Short shorts. What's your what's your philosophy on short shorts, and how do your teammates feel about it?
They get on me all the time. My son was just talking to me about it the other day, like why I wear my shorts so small. And like no, I it's just something I didn't start doing in high school. It was just like kind of that trend started to come back. Every trend comes back eventually. So it's just something I started doing. And I just ran with it. And that was kind of how I was known. Like everybody knew I was going to wear smaller shorts. And now, I mean, for a lot of people my age, they wear shorter shorts. So that's just kind of how I do it. And like, it's like, I don't have any superstitions or anything, but I hate when my shorts touch my knees or anything. So like, no matter what size shorts that our equipment manager, Miguel, gives me, I'm going to roll them at least once. And I know that the league probably hates it. Nike probably hates it. I know Nike hated it when I was in college. I used to roll them twice, and you could see the tag say send me shorter ones, and then I still rolled them twice, and they didn't like that. So it's just what I do. I mean, I don't know why. I don't exactly know why. Like you guys know, I used to watch a lot of 80s like early basketball, so maybe just watching Magic or something got me doing that. It's probably his fault.
All right, thank you, Ty.
Yeah, appreciate you guys.